Success is a condition, not a position. Watch me. Success is a condition, not a position. I want you to realize that success is with you everywhere you go. Success is something you go to bed with. Success is something you wake up with. Success is a condition of your mind that I'm going to teach you how to do today, and you're going to be even more productive in life for your wife, your family, your business, your cohorts. Success is a condition, not a position. It's not these shoes that I got on right now. It's not the car I drive. It's not the house I live in. It's how I live my life. Successful people are just executors of plans that they've created, right? And if you do enough of these plans over and over and over again in your life, you'll aspire to be a successionaire. My father is an amazing man. He is what I would call a successionaire. When I was about 10 years old, I would leave the elementary school and I would cross the street in Hudson, Michigan. Class C high school. My father was the greatest football coach ever. He won 3 national championships, world win streak record, never lost or had a tie in 72 games in a row. His final record when he left Hudson was 95-5-1. Started coaching in 1968. In 1972, I would always go to practice with him, and I'd always hand out footballs. I would always hand out salt tablets, and I would hand out water bottles. And one day I went over there, and there was no footballs, and there was no helmets, and there was no pads, and there was really nothing. The skies were kind of gray, and the yard was wet, and the field wasn't marked the same. And they were out in 3 sections, section 1, 2, and 3. And I looked over to the one section to the right, and there was about 20 men crawling under the ropes, these agility ropes in the mud, and crawling like army people through. And I'm like, this is crazy. And I looked over in the distance, and then there's another section of 20 people, and they're doing monkey rolls, and they're moving around, and they're slopping in the mud, and they're yelling ahoo and doing all these things. And then I looked over at the 3rd section, and there were 20 men, 10 of them walking across the field with another man over their shoulder, right? And I'm like, what is going on? And as these men plodded to the finish line, all of them made it with a man over their shoulder, except for one man. He fell 3 feet short of the finish line. Every one of those players started yelling and screaming, and they converged around this down man. They're yelling, man down, man down. And someone else started saying, get up, get up. And another one else started saying, you'll die if you don't get up. You'll die if you don't get up. And the coaches were just as passionate, and they're screaming and yelling, we can't help you. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save you. Get up, you will die. And this man, I don't know how he did it. He picked up the other guy, he threw him over his shoulder, and he treaded to the finish line and collapsed. Bewildered by this, my father walked over to me and he said, son, what's wrong? And I said, Dad, you're a football coach. What is going on? And he said these words I'll never forget. Son, these men are not going to go work in the farms after high school, son. They're not even going to go home to college or anything like that, son. You see, I'm not a football coach. And these men are going to war. They're going to Vietnam. You see, son, I'm not a football coach. I'm a builder of men. Supremely purposeful is the term for knowing exactly what you want in life, knowing how to go get it, to become a successionaire. Listen, I know some millionaires, but most of the successful people in my life, mostly all of the successionaires in the world, are not millionaires. They're just not. They're teachers. They're police officers. There's lawyers, they're doctors, they're electricians, they're donut makers. The most successful people in the world know 2 things, and my father knew them. One, he knew what he wanted. They know what they want, and they are supremely purposeful in doing it. Listen, my father is an amazing man. He was the most supremely purposeful man I ever met in my life. I knew I wanted to be like my dad. I wanted to stand in front of 2,000 people and lead them. And all my warriors said,